Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, November 3rd, 2022. And let's see. Temperature is about, I thought I saw 76 degrees right now. It is 6:18 in my locale. This is going to be a short video because we're going to omit a few things. Okay. The first thing we got to omit is the Daily Zen poem. It hasn't been updated in a day or two. I may write to them and say what's going on, but I don't know. It's the same one that we read on November 1st. And I've tried to refresh the page a number of times. It just keeps coming back over and over again. So, we're going to omit that. We will do our daily rune pull. Okay. The other thing omitted is the obligatory queso view because he is sound asleep. I'm gonna have to wake him to feed him because I have to get ready to move. So. But guys, let's get our book. All right. Breakthrough, Transformation, and Day. It is the final rune belonging to the cycle of initiation. Drawing means a major shift or breakthrough in the process of self-change. A complete transformation in attitude, a 180-degree turn. For some, that transition is so radical they can no longer continue to live the ordinary life in the ordinary way. I think I know that fellow. Because the timing is right, the outcome is assured, although not from the present vantage point predictable. In each life there comes at least one moment when it is recognized and seized, transforms the course of that life forever. I think we've all had that moment, right? Rely therefore on radical trust, even though the moment may call to you to leap empty-handed into the void. With this rune, your warrior nature reveals itself. If Dagaz is followed by the blank rune, which we didn't do, that means the transformation may be so total as to portend death. Well, that is the successful conclusion of your passage in the world. A major period of achievement and prosperity is often introduced by this rune. The darkness is behind you and daylight has come. However, as always, you are reminded not to collapse yourself into the future or to behave recklessly in your new situation. A lot of hard work can be involved in a time of transformation. Undertake to do it joyfully. Okay. So I guess since that's the only message we got, it's the only one we got to work with. Hard work. Reflecting back to someone who sent me a video. Excuse me. There we go. Of this. I don't even want to call it a boy or a girl because it can't even figure out which bathroom to use. Crying at work. They're so hard on us. There's so many orders. And we're short-staffed and we're... Yeah, we've all been there. Anybody our age has been there. I don't remember going into the back room and crying. Do you? No. You pulled your pants up and you said, let's get into it. And you treated it like a personal challenge. Oh, and they did it. Well, you create a society where nobody wants to work. You can't figure out which bathroom to use. And you are putting yourself in debt to spend money for an absolutely useless degree that is going to actually make you dumber than when you started. So now you're crying in the back room of a Starbucks because it's too busy. I have absolutely no sympathy for you. Actually, what I think is that we should be open and honest and we should say, you know what? There's got to be a humane way to remove these people. We have to be kind. If they're suffering so badly, you hit a deer on the road. And it's suffering so badly that there's no way for it to recover. We need to remove that from nature in a humane and responsible way. Sometimes I feel that way about that. Sometimes I feel like taking these people and just going, you know what? It's going to get better. But I also realize that shoving them into therapy isn't going to help, because that's just going to feed their attention gland. So it's really hard. So think about transformation. Can you imagine these people suddenly waking up and going, oh no, I have to work? Yeah, you got to work. And we have to work even harder now, given the current society we're in. We go to work, and then we come home, and then there's more work to do. The last time I heard about that, and I don't mean the side hustle or anything else, was my grandmother told me about World War II and how they would all go to work for 8 or 10 hours a day in a factory or a munitions area or a steel working plant, and then they would have to come home, and they would have to still feed the kids, do the canning, put the dog out, bring the dog in. But they didn't complain about it. They just went, this is the way it is now, and we have to get through it. They were working on subsistence because they had rationing and other things. Nobody complained. They worked with each other. Hey, my ration gave me so many tomatoes. Hey, my ration gave me so much garlic. Hey, you want to switch a little? Sure. If we all work together, we're all going to get through. However, those people, speaking about transformation, is they had something in common. You know it's coming. Like-minded, share values, have something to offer. The loafers, the liars, they were just simply eased down the street. It's so hard, we have to unionize. Or you can get back to work. You can be thankful you have something you can do that's meaningful, and maybe you can actually do it better than the other guy. Now, given that there's not a lot of advancement in those areas, I can understand why working hard is not making sense, because you're not getting anything for working hard besides more hard work. At least you can go home at night, put your head down, and not feel like a loser, right? Well, that's got to be worth something, because that eventually will grind on your brain pan. So let's think about that in terms of transformation. What are you doing today that you're upset about? Can you turn your brain around on that? Is there someone or something that's in your environment that you cannot remove from the environment that you can do something about? You can help them in some way. Or can you do the most important thing? If you can't remove the problem, let's start again. You got a problem in your environment. Your transformation is, what do I do with it? Eliminate, minimize, or accept. And that's why accept is always at the bottom of that. Personally, I prefer eliminate. If I can remove myself or that from the environment, I'm good. Minimize, a little bit easier. Sometimes you can't get away from the idiot that you got to go to work with or you see down the street. Accept is a lot harder. That's the hardest part of transforming yourself, is looking at something and going, I can't make a change here. I can only change me here. I'm only in control of me here. So what do I do with that transformation of my mind? Instead of being angry at that person all the time, maybe the answer is, don't be angry at that person all the time. Maybe it is, leave them alone. Let them suffer. Let them cry. You can go be happy elsewhere. Just get out of the range of their screaming. Your personal transformation can be anything. Physical, mental, emotional. But that's my message for you guys today. Whatever it is you choose to do to transform something in your life, no matter how small, and remember that you are the only person that can change it, and you should be the first person to benefit. Anybody else downstream on that? Fantastic. You need to benefit. My advice to you is, do not transform yourself in any way for somebody else. That is a losing proposition, because the minute that they're not there, you have done work for nothing. When you do work for you, there is always, always a surplus and a benefit. Today's plan is I'm going to work. And I don't know how many tours we're going to have. Yesterday we had 3. They were okay. I don't know, because we've got another naturalist that's here who was the one that trained me. I don't know if they're going to say to her, stay with him, or they're going to say, you do one, he do. I don't know. Doesn't matter. They'll find something for me to do, because if not, I will find something for me to do. You guys have a good day. I will see you tomorrow.